get up and start responding. It's like, I just gave the first hour to God, to myself and to God. And then it was just like, I was filled up all day. And it wasn't like physical power energy. It was like my brain had a lot of energy, and then have all my energy to just bang this out. And then be present, and then be present, be excited, look like I have a lot of energy, not like wearing down by the end of it, like really on fire. And I did it. And this week is March mindfulness. And how many of us are giving the first hour of our day to strangers on the internet? Like, I just really, the last couple weeks since March started, I was like, I'm really going to try not to look at the phone in the morning. I'm pretty healthy with the phone, I think, being that I have an online business, I make money online. I have to be on the phone. I have to be on the internet. So every week I kind of tailor it to get better and better. Not being on the phone, just scrolling, wasting my time. What up, Denzel? And I was like, I really want to get even better. Every week, it's like I went on Instagram, I deleted anything that's not serving me, anything that I'm not learning from. Of course, like I'm still I still follow people like my family and close friends and things like that, but anything that's not serving me, unfollowed. So my feed is really healthy on all my platforms. Facebook, TikTok. I just get on, post on TikTok, and I get right back off. I might respond to a couple of questions that people may have about anything I sell in the TikTok shop, but I'm only on the TikTok shop and then I'm off. Same, internet and screen limitations for me. Yep. I know you've been on that heavy. It's March mindfulness. It's like we got to really, like, it's not a game. Like, I don't know what the world's going to look like in 10, 15 years, but there really is an addiction with the screens. There truly, truly is. And as much as we all want to like say that there isn't, or we're in front of it, like there's just something that's shifting. Cause it's like, you guys, this morning, I did not, well, the last couple mornings, the last few mornings, the last couple weeks, the last couple mornings, I haven't been on the internet at all for the first hour of my day. Only thing I'll do is go on my iPad and put on prayers. That's it. No CNN. I don't even watch CNN. I don't know why I always use that example, but I guess, just as far as like the news, no notifications, no emails, no nothing, just the first hour. And I think that there's like this thing of like, oh, well, at least the first 15 minutes, the first 20 minutes. You guys, our brains are getting wired to having to like operate with even getting on the phone, on the internet within the first 15 to 20 minutes. Like it's just the truth. Like you can tell, like if you're not on your phone for 30 minutes, it's like you kind of start looking around a little bit like, okay, just want to make sure I still have my phone. Like I've even grabbed my phone and like didn't even realize it, grabbed my phone and like just started going to the app of Instagram and then clicking it and then literally catching myself in the moment and being like, I didn't even consciously do that. I know I'm not the only one that's done that. Yes, lately, very heavy limited for me. Remember, we be warned about screens. Not anymore. Brain rot is real. Yeah. It's like our brain, it's like almost like, oh, well, at least it's positive stuff. At least it's healthy stuff. At least I'm learning. And they're really, 10 years ago, we were not wired to the phones like this. Like we just weren't. Even like, and that's when Instagram still existed, Facebook, but it wasn't like, maybe some people had some problems, but I feel like it wasn't like how it is now. Like 10, 15 years, I would say 10 to 12 years ago, even though all the apps and stuff existed, it's like our brains now are wired to these apps. Joshua Davis, a like for being you, thank you. We are wired to these apps, and I got done filming 10 video or 15 videos right now for a course that I'm coming out with for you guys, for some people that really have been asking me about wanting to build their own ebook. And I had wrote the entire thing out, wanted to make sure I was completely organized. So the last couple weeks I've been designing it, and then I just woke up like the last couple weeks I have not given the first part of my day to the internet. And then I think this is just anecdotal, but this morning I woke up, prayer, shower, decaf coffee, followed up with some tea, kind of drink it at the same time. And then I just started getting ready. Like I didn't even have to look at the internet. Like nothing was so urgent that when I woke up at 5:30 a.m. that I had to look at my phone before 6:30 a.m. Like I did not need to. Like there was nothing so urgent, so compelling that I needed to wire myself, wire myself up. And then you guys, we think that we are filling ourselves up. We're actually it's interesting. You can look at it in a couple ways. Either A, we're waking up and we're depleting our energy looking at, so when we look at Instagram, we look at Facebook, we look at these things, our brain's already working, our eyeballs are taking in. So you're either your brain is giving away energy, and then you're also taking in empty calories. It's almost like drinking soda. It's almost like eating sugar. It's like you're literally pouring out your energy, and then you're intaking empty internet calories, and then all like 2 or 3 hours into the day we're feeling exhausted. Routine good, no distractions if positive routine. Yeah. Back in the day, sweetie, peeps read magazines, newspapers, and watched shiploads. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there was a lot of mindless TV, but I remember those, I remember those times. I remember my mom, I would waking up really early and she would turn on the news, but it wasn't like she was glued. It was just kind of part of the household noise. Like turn on the news, she's getting ready. Um, eventually she ended up having to go to work earlier than I would go to school. So she would be out of there sometimes. And then I didn't care about the news when I was in high school. So I would just be getting ready in silence. My entire high school, you guys, I didn't turn on the TV to get ready. I didn't have a cell phone to have like a podcast playing in the background, not even a podcast. Like it was just me and the silence. Junior high, high school, college, same thing. I didn't have to like get up, turn on the TV. I would just get up and start getting ready, and kind of like that time, that first hour was given to like me gearing up and setting a foundation for the day, right? I prefer to go to the library. Books are the best way to get information. That's why I know a lot of things. Yeah, you do know a lot of things. Big algo can't control a mind. That's true. Motion says you're the go or you're the boat. You right though, girl. We got stem phones right up on our grills. It's, you guys, there's something off. Like there's something that is happening to our brains, and we are the first human beings to be wired this way. So we don't really know what's going to happen. Like I literally, you guys, I pumped out 15 videos. I filmed an entire course, and I really think it's because the last couple of weeks I have not been giving away my energy in the morning. So it's like my most potent energy in the morning has been going to like creativity, reflectiveness, like kind of getting in front of any potential barriers for the day. And then once, the first hour and a half goes on, then I can look at the phone, and it's like I don't even care to look at it, which is interesting. I'm not even tripping about looking at it. Before school, me and my sister would watch the Waynes before school. I feel that. I mean, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But it wasn't like, you know, when all those shows, they only could film so many shows. So all of them ended up being reruns. So it's almost like it was just background noise, but it wasn't like we had to have it. Like for some reason, if we didn't have it, it was like fine. You know, it was kind of like it's either on or it's not. It wasn't like, oh, where's the Wayne's brothers? Like where's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Like, oh my God, like, oh, turn on the TV. It wasn't that kind of energy. It was, yeah, there was like the privilege of having the TV, but it wasn't, we didn't need it to function. At least that's the way I perceived that time period. I didn't need it to function. It was like, oh, it's on or it's not. Like I didn't, it was just, I was neutral. Well, YouTube, especially shorts, is addictive. You lose the time quickly. I'll see you later. Speak a lot of sense. Sadly, things for me do too. Thoughtful Ciana, have a great day. You have a beautiful day as well. Program body and mind power on, champ. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, you know, on here. Have a beautiful day, Joshua. I don't really have much to say. I just was kind of baffled. I just was like, I literally pumped out 15 videos. Where did the energy come from? Like, we feel like we don't have time. We feel like we don't, you know, we don't have time to learn things. It's like, I literally just did that. And I think it's really because I did not give away the first hour of the day. And when I think about it in the past, we would like we would go do fun things. Like we would go like, we would do activities. We would like play volleyball. We would, even if it was going to walk around the mall and discovering a new store, we were like, you know, I did so many things in college, right? I did so many things in college. I was on 2 dance teams, part of clubs, got great grades, you know, graduated with honors in college. Like, but I wasn't wired to the first hour and a half of my day. It's almost like, I don't really know how to explain it. I need to really, because I know that they've done studies on this now. There's been enough time that's gone by that they've done studies. But it's like when we're staring at all these images and all this cinematography and all this videography and all these screens, it's like, it's just sucking like the energy out of our brain. And we're thinking we're getting filled up because we're getting like dopamine hits. So we're thinking, okay, cool. Ooh, that's a good vegan recipe. Ooh, that's a nice workout. Ooh, I like the way that that's decorated. Ooh, even positive stuff. But it's like we're getting depleted. And then by the time we're off of it, it's like we're only can do something for 15 minutes and then we have to go back and like we think we're getting charged up, but it's just fake cheap dopamine hits and we're actually pouring our energy back into the internet. And then, okay, boom, put our phone down. We go back for 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then we go back. It's like, and then today I was like, oh my God, I did not get on to look at YouTube. Like usually I'll get on and look at YouTube comments because I like genuinely care about this community. I didn't even do that. I was like, you know, the community, it's 5:50 a.m. in the morning. Like I can wait to respond. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to like get up and start responding. It's like I just gave the first hour to God, to myself and to God. And then it was just like I was filled up all day. And it wasn't like physical power energy. It was like my brain had a lot of energy. And then once the first hour went by, I didn't even care to then look at Instagram. Like it was like my body was like, oh, like you're fine without looking at the comments, or like, oh, like you're fine without seeing if anyone responded to your story, or oh, you're fine. Like your emails, there's nothing super urgent. It's not like you have to get something in by 11 a.m. Like your emails are fine. Like it was like my body like got past like the withdrawal part for the first hour, and then it was like, oh, you're fine. So then I didn't even need it. And then I just looked at Instagram right before I got on here and I was like, oh, and then I just got off. Whereas before I probably would have looked at Instagram, even like the little few seconds here and there, like, okay, I'm on it for 30 seconds. Okay, I'm off for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm on it for 40 seconds. Okay, I'm off for 20 minutes. Okay, I'm on it for 3 minutes. Okay, I'm off. And then it's like all those bouts of like taking away from concentration, it's doing something. I was reading a book called Limitless and it was talking about digital dementia. And I actually think that most of everybody has it. It's like, it just is something where we can't even concentrate without having the 10 after 10 to 20 minutes, we have to have some kick of the internet. Even a text message, even to see if someone texts you, right? The motion says, what do we do at night though? Like, how do we rewire at night? It's so what I've been doing, and I've really been serious about this because I'm just on a different, like I have some serious inputs and outputs that I want to get out of this year. So this year, I do not, after 7, maybe stretching it to 7:15, I do not look at the internet for pleasure. I don't need to. Because when you think about it, it's like, what did we do before? And I know that you're like a lot younger, but after 7, what do I really need? I'm just scrolling at that point. Like, I'm just looking at like images over and over. I'm just looking at images all over the planet over and over and over. So I've dedicated that time. I tidy up. I get myself like kind of organized for the next day. I calmly wash my face. You know, I do all my like girly nighttime routine stuff calmly and slowly, not like getting, oh man, my bedtime's coming up. Let me hurry up and rush and get ready and then jump in the bed and like just this rushed energy. After 7:15 at the latest, only thing I told myself I can do is listen to a Christian podcast. That's it. I don't need to listen to the news. And again, I'm not saying don't ever stay informed. It's important to stay informed, right? But after 7 o'clock, do I need to learn about politics? Do I need to know about the shade room? Do I need to know about Diddy? Do I need to know about like whatever is happening? Like, other than me eating a healthy meal, family, like if a family member calls me, okay, that's something of quality. Other than that, like, I should have already responded to people, to all of you guys, right? Like, what is, I'm a better coach, I'm a better mentor when I've gotten a rested night's evening the night before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more potent and more strong and more like clear in my mind to be able to really deliver a message when I'm more clear from the night before and then going into a calm night's sleep, right? Like, why do I need to be on the internet? Because you guys, you know what it is? The internet's endless. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is, because there's never an end to the internet. So you can, if you do not put a cap on it, there's just no way to get out of the abyss. So there has to, and I know we're all different. Some people are night owls. I'm, you guys know me. I love waking up early in the morning, but you guys, 7 p.m., boom, that's it. I've already responded to emails. I've already done all my posting for the day. I've already sold, whatever products. I've already did my marketing for the day. I've already, worked on my website. Like, I've already done what I needed to do. I've already worked out. By that time, unless I'm going to an event, like you guys know, I do have somewhat of a life. Not somewhat, I do have a life. But if I'm not at an event, like, there's no reason for me to just be lollygagging. And I just wind my brain down, get reflective, listen to a calm podcast, and then that's it. 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm done. I'm out. And then this morning I woke up at 4:09, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with like going back to sleep. So then I woke up at like 5:40. I could have got up, but that part I need to work on. Like the 4, when I see the 4 there, I'm like, but every time I do actually get up, I have the best days ever when I actually get up, you guys. I have the best days. Those 4 a.m.ers, I feel like I'm done. My day's done by 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. and I can just like do whatever I want. Like, because the energy is the world is so quiet during that time. So from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., it's like, that is the money time, the money hours right there. And not all millionaires and billionaires say that, but a lot of them do talk about waking up early. Like, a lot of them, that is a secret sauce. Even my billionaire mentor that by the way, I finally said who it is in my membership. So if anyone wants to know, you have to become a member to watch that video, because he's all over the internet. He's all over the internet. So I revealed it, and Hallie was the only one on that day. But even him, he's an early bird, but he only would sleep 4 hours. Like, I don't know how he did that. He's just a beast. But he would go to sleep at like 11 and wake up at 3. But like, he definitely was an early bird and he became a billionaire. So I'm not saying that that's for everybody. I'm not saying you need to make your bed like all these rules. We're all different, right? We know that. But you know what your thing is. If you know you're more creative at night, then create at night. Don't just scroll at night. Actually create. Like, if you really are when people say that they're a late bird, what are you doing during the late bird hours? Are you drinking, partying, smoking, kicking it, hanging out? That just means you're bored. Now, if you're a late bird and you're creating and you're working and you're being productive and you're moving your life forward, that makes more sense in my opinion. Again, I'm no expert with that, but like, when people say they're a late bird, I do know a few people that are late birds and they're creating, and they're like people in the industry that I know where they go to the studio and they're creating from like 10 to 3 a.m., like 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Um, you're about to create, get it in motion. I see you. You be on, stay in motion. I see you. I see you. Keep going. And you're killing it. So it's like, are you really a late bird, or are you really numbing yourself at night? Oh, what's a late bird? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's a late bird? Like, if you're a late bird, and again, like I said, there is late birds that I know and they really are creating. And it's usually a lot of like people in the entertainment industry, like they're creating, like creating their albums like in the studio, or maybe they are training at night, when you're at elite level and you're doing a training at 11 p.m. at night or 12 a.m. at night, and you're like in the gym, right? But you're doing something productive. You're doing something toward your craft. But if you're a late bird, meaning you're up watching Netflix, you're up just kind of like scrolling, you're up gossiping till 1 in the morning, you're up eating, just like kind of mindlessly eating. I don't know if that's really a late bird. I wonder if your brain is not, you're so like, and again, let me know if any of you guys are late birds and let me know what you think about this. But when I say I'm an early bird, I'm not waking up early and then getting on Netflix. It's like I'm an early bird and then I'm like productive during that time. If you're a late bird and productive, that totally makes sense. But if you're a late bird and you're not productive, then is that really being a late bird, or is your brain just like so revved up from so much dopamine hits that like it can't calm down to go to sleep? One thing I will say is my mom. So my mom, you guys, so every time we're together, like if we're watching a movie or something, my mom will stay up till 1 in the morning. She says she's a late bird. And I'm like, okay, all right. If we're together and she's watching a movie and it's like 7:30 or 8 o'clock, she's like this. Every time it is a non-negotiable. It's like it's a joke. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, do you want to just put on your nighttime? You might as well, you know what I mean? Like, it's this is your lullaby to go to sleep. Like, there's not going to be any movie watching. And she's like, oh, Ciana, whatever. No, that just happened. Boom. I have so many pictures and video of her asleep. Okay, at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, because it's almost like the movie is soothing and it helps her calm her mind down. And she said it after like the 100th time, literally, I would go, Mom, another video. And she goes, you know what? I just think that like my mind can't stop at night, because it's not like my mom, to be honest, is actually productive when she's up late. She's just kind of like up, like watching stuff, like watching, documentaries and just kind of like watching stuff. And so when she watches a movie, she's like, yeah, the movie is just kind of like, I'm not intrigued. So it just kind of like puts me to sleep. So in my opinion, I'm like, maybe you really are an early bird, but like you don't have a process to calm your brain down. So you think you're a late bird, but you might not really be a late bird. You might just be an early bird who can't calm your brain down. So you're just up late at night. I don't know. I mean, does that make sense? What do you guys think? I am an early bird. I get upset if I sleep in. Feels like I've wasted time or just a chicken. Okay. But it's like other than that, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna continue this, like not looking at the internet for the first hour of the day and not and for the last so the first hour of the day and the last hour of my day are dedicated to me and God. Is just to being calm, dedicated to like calming my brain down, and that's it. And I want to really see what that does this year. I don't know. Every day is not going to be perfect, right? Like there's going to be, different things that pop up or whatever, but yeah, I was like, I really pumped out, you guys, 12 to 15 videos. I filmed an entire course in 7 hours today. 7 hours straight. I just boom, 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 boom. I had my outline. I was organized with it, and I was like, you know what? I think it's, I know I keep saying this, but I don't know. I don't know. I really think it's because I did not look at the internet this morning for the first hour of the day. And then when I finally was like, gave myself permission to look at the internet, I like forgot that I didn't look at the internet. So it's very interesting. We live in a time where, especially like if you make money online or it's part of your business, I have this beautiful community. Like I love being on the internet and connecting with you guys. Like I feel called to do it. I love doing it. I've been on here for hours for free. You know what I mean? For 5 years, like just on live streams. I love it. I genuinely enjoy it. Um, but there is a digital wellness that we now have to adopt with this because it is sucking our life energy up. It really, really is. It really is. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's sucking up your life energy? Do you feel like you're in front of the internet? Like, do you feel like the internet hasn't conquered you at all? Why do you think you draw so why do you think you so draw and have the magnetic field that is pulling you on the internet? I think it's dangerous. No, it's more so, I'm not sure if you're new here, Jai Mills, Jay Mills, but this is the Embody Pursuit community. So we're a tribe of people, and this is a self-development tribe. So we self-develop through the lens of health, fitness, mindfulness, okay? And wellness. So with that being said, because this is a community, when you have a community, we're nurturing each other, we're pouring into each other, we're checking in with each other, we're tapping in, we're checking each other's pulse, we're seeing how each other are doing in the week, right? So it's not like the internet per se, but it's like this is the means, like the portal of the YouTube stream is the way that this particular Embody Pursuit tribe gathers, connects, and then we all disperse and go, do whatever else we're doing. But we get filled up here, right? Like that's the point of this channel. We're always in pursuit of embodying that next top level. All right. We're always in pursuit of embodying that next top level. So that's what this channel is about. So if you're down with that, if that's something that you want to be a part of, I'm usually on either every day or every other day. There's always going to be something newly posted. What up? Hey, Hallie. You guys, I think I'm going to make a mug one of these days that says, "Hey, Hallie." Has anyone been on here long enough to know why I would do that? Has anyone been on here long enough or been part of the community? I know there's 17 people on. Hey, Hallie. I literally think I'm gonna. There's so many videos. I bet you, just like that weirdo did that compilation of my stomach growling. I bet you, like that person, that would be a funny compilation if he took all my Hey Hallies and put them together. That would be hilarious. So I didn't really have much to say. I just wanted to say that I confirm that so far for the March mindfulness, I really have stuck to not giving my first hour of my day to the internet, and I'm seeing a difference. And it's crazy how it was a problem that never existed that we're like trying to eradicate. But there's something about it. You know, guys, the internet, you guys, when you think about it, I posted this on my threads the other day. I said, if you don't have a business, if you don't have an online business, but yet you post on Snapchat, on threads, on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Rumble, on the hundreds of other platforms, and you have no online business, like you're not selling one ebook, you're not selling one course, you're not selling one amazing wellness product, you're not selling any cooking ideas, like you're not being of service, but you post consistently, something's off. Something's off with that. Would you guys agree? Hello from Tennessee. What up? What up? Hippie Crystal Tribe. Oh, what up? From one tribe to another. This is the Embody Pursuit Tribe. So hippie Crystal Tribe, welcome. I don't like it though. They is the power of gathering with one another in person. I don't think we should get away from that. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. There's no way I'd be able to gather with Hallie, with Hippie, with Patrick, with Motion, with Lisa, with Everyday Muscle. I think the whole community, honestly, the growling video, oh yeah. I think the whole community is not in the state that I live in. So if we only relied on in person, then this community wouldn't exist, to be honest. So I post my real life, like I post like about 7 to 8% of my real life on here when I'm not like doing a coaching or a helping, doing a purpose-driven word, or, doing a coaching mentorship, or just getting on here and being excited to just pour into you guys. Outside of that, I will post a little bit of my life, and I see humans in person. I'm a part of a charity. I see humans, but so the internet is a beautiful thing. It's just a matter of how you use it. Now, if you only rely on it, then that's not healthy. This is a tool in addition to connecting with people in person. Did you decide whether you were going to get their video taken down or not? It's so interesting. I'm just so neutral about it. I'm neutral. It'll hit me, but I'm like indifferent. I'm neutral. I'm like, I don't really like it being up, but then I'm kind of like the funny, goofy part of me is kind of like, it's funny, but then I'm just like, but they have 22,000 views. If they're getting paid off my stomach growling, like that's not right. Like, so that's a good question. It hasn't hit me yet. Yeah, that video got 22,000 views. I'm sure that page is monetized. I'm sure they got a couple hundred, at least $1,000 off that video. Sure of it. And there's like pretty much all their videos are like 15K and up, like 15K, 20K. A lot of their videos get a lot of views, and it's like they're getting paid off of the hard-earned energy of like getting on here all the time and connecting, and then they get to just clip it for 2 seconds, stack them all up, and get paid. It's just, it does feel weird. So it'll hit me, but that's a good question. It'll hit me. We are almost done with the first quarter of the year. Has everyone been reaching their goals? That's a great question, Richie. We're in the last month of the first quarter of the year. And that's really why I wanted to dig into the mind, because here's the thing. Most of us have fallen off from our New Year's resolutions, right? Most of us have, most of it, all that thrill and excitement for 2025 is calmed down, right? All these weird things have happened, planes falling out of the sky, just scandals, personal things going on, inflation, things going on with the stock market, things going on in our individual cities and our individual families. It's kind of like, it's like that it starts to go down, and it's like, what are we going to do to conquer 2025? So I really feel like March is a powerful month, and it's right before spring. We're going into spring, so we're going to actually blossom. So what are we going to do in these last few weeks before we blossom into, we reap the fruit of like what we've been grinding for the last 6 months, right? Is there going to be anything to reap from? Like, is there going to be, or is the fruit even going to be ripe, beautiful fruit? Or is it going to just be dried up, pretty much dead fruit or mineral and nutrient deficient fruit, right? I don't follow New Year's resolutions. If you practice something, have the discipline to keep it going no matter what time. Exactly. Exactly. Hallie says that makes total sense. That's not cool at all. Yeah, it isn't. It isn't cool at all. It isn't. And maybe because you asked, I don't know, I might really dig in. So that's all I wanted to say on here, guys. I really got a lot done today, and I'm just baffled. I'm just baffled at what the internet's done to our brains. And it's so crazy because it's a blessing and literally a curse at the same time. It's a blessing. See, so Jersey. Oh, wow, you guys are close. Maybe you guys should meet up for coffee. Oh, you're in Tampa. Okay. Everyday Muscle's in Florida. You should meet up with Everyday Muscle. You guys, I don't think anyone is like consistently a part of this Embody Pursuit community from California. I think everybody is literally all over the United States. People from the South, people from the East, people from the Northwest, people from the Northwest and the Northeast, from all over, which is really cool. From Toronto, we have Canada in the house. There's people that when I get on certain times of the day, Ireland will pop on, Switzerland will pop on, Australia will pop on. I'll have people from India pop on. I get a lot of people from South Africa that pop on. So like we don't really have a lot of like overseasers right now because it's like I feel like it's when they would be asleep right now. It's probably like 3 or 4 in the morning. Most places 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. But if I'm on early in the morning or I'm on late at night, I'll notice like, hey, hello from London, hello from like all these different places, which is like so dope. Like I don't take the internet for granted. You're global, Ciana. You know, I literally have that in my bio to keep reminding me of just like think big, think big. Don't like think little. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a cage. Don't listen to a troll. Don't listen to a family member that doesn't see your vision, right? Like you're 43, okay. Maybe there's a little connection going on here. A little connection, a little connect. Maybe Richie, when you're in Jersey, maybe you can hit up Hallie. Maybe you guys can go meet up at like a coffee place in public somewhere. In public. Gotta protect my girl. Don't shut it down. Don't shut it down. Just saying. And this is a good this is a good place. You know, this is a healthy, quality place to meet someone. You know, we're not talking about no BS. We're not talking about, you know, gender wars. We're not talking about there's like so many channels that make so much money off of talking about sex and you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm not like a huge prude, but I just think like, you know, that's not what this channel is not. We just don't need that over here. We're just trying to all figure it out, figure out life and continue to elevate and continue to embody our next pursuit. Like that's what we're about over here. All the sex channels and gossip channels and drama channels and politic channels, those can be over there, but we all like this is a break from all that. We all hover over here and say, okay, did y'all hear about this? Okay, woo, that was really draining. Yeah, this is a drama-free zone over here. Let's see. And and don't get it twisted. We talk about heavy topics over here, but we have like There's a reason. It's almost like we always bring it back around to a resolution or some kind of like learning lesson from it, right? Like we don't just gossip and just like throw out a bunch of crap and then we all just get off the live and we're all just like enraged and then we like meet up with someone and pop off on, you know what I mean? Like we're not like riled up from the internet and arguing. None of that here. You believe in, do I believe in semen retention?